Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about the lay on command. Betty, come here. So first of all, luckily my friend's here filming, so I can do this way. So I have treats in my pocket, so you don't have treats on you. So there are a couple different, like you said, there's step-by-step instructions for training this. So when you first start working on lay on, you want to be asking the dog to lay on you, and then eventually you're going to have him lay on Henry. Marvel lay on Henry. Okay, Betty, jump on. No, she did it with such a gusto. All right, so this, you're going to start out luring. So I've got treats in my pocket. Betty. So you got to put the treats in your hand in the position. Okay, she's got this down, so I don't even have to tell her. But basically, let's do it again. Sit up. You would say lay on, and then you kind of lure him down. Yes, good girl. And again, this is just like a downstay. You don't want to, at first, when you're first working on it, you say yes and you treat, and then you make sure to release so that the command has an ending point. Let's try again. She got me an eyeball. Okay, ready? Lay on. Down. And eventually you just drop the down part, so you're saying lay on. And then I can say yes, good girl. So you just draw out that yes a little bit more so that you're expecting her to stay longer and longer. See how she pops right back up, and I didn't give her a release. Betty, lay on. Now I'm going to target it down. Stay. Stay. And remember, when you pet, you do it gently so that you're not like, yay, good girl, and then she gets right back up. Betty, lay on. Stay. No. No. Here. Lay on. Now, right. Lay on. Down. I'm waiting and withholding on the treat a little bit so that she has to stay longer. Hey. Okay, release. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Okay, so now I'm going to show you with my friend Jody how to do this. I'm going to have the treats on me, so this is where you would practice this with, Henry. And you can practice like on a couch, on the floor. If it's easier, you can start out on the floor. Let's start out on the floor, Jody. Just sit on the floor with like your legs out. And then, so it's the same sort of thing. I've got the treats, I'm gonna lure. I'm gonna say, Betty. Ouch. Hey, no. Sit. You ready? Lay on. Lay on. Down. Yes, good girl. There we go. And again, this would be another cool thing for you to practice with Henry, because Henry will have to be calm in this situation too. At least when you're practicing it. The idea then will be that, lay on. The idea will be that if he's maybe not quite so calm, that Marvel will be able to help him get calm. But during the practicing stage, he'll have to be kind of still while you're working on this. So. Okay, release. Release. Good girl. So I think that's about it. If you start out like this on the floor like we did with the legs out, and then you can just work on it in different positions, and obviously you're going to be taking into account what's comfortable for Henry, because you don't want Marvel stepping on his stomach or on his face or anything like that. But I think that about covers it. Anything to add?
Betty. Say bye.
Hi there. My name is Liz. I am a service and therapy dog trainer with Marley's Mutts Dog Rescue, and I'm going to have the honor of training this precious little dog for Hoffman Hospice. And we are just starting out with our training. This dog had presumably never had any training at all. She was found dodging traffic on the 58 and the 14 interchange out in Mojave in the middle of the night. She's the most amazing dog in the world. She's very smart, and I know she's going to be good at everything I teach her. But so anyway, right now we're using hot dogs and chicken. She kind of requires high-value treats. She doesn't really work for kibble, let's say. So anyway, this is the little girl. Come here, little one. Oh, you can't really see her. So you'll see her when she comes up on here. Basically, for tonight, for the Hoffman Gala, where she's going to be revealed to donors and audience members and so forth, we want to have her jump up on a bed. So we're kind of going from, typically we would start with much much more basic stuff. So she and I are working on some sits and stays and things like that, but we want to just nail this one command for tonight if possible. We're going to be rehearsing this today too at the actual Marriott, which is where the gala is going to be held. But for right now, I've got my futon mattress here. I have it lowered down to the ground so that it's still up off the ground, like she's supposed to jump onto it from off the ground. Because the idea is going to be to get her to jump up on a bed. But I want her to be able to see these treats, because for now, while she's learning, the treats are paramount. So she's just kind of following the treats. Here, logo. Ready? Ready? Jump on. Jump on. Yes, good girl. Sit. Sit. Yes, good girl. So she's just now learning a sit even, in fact, today. So now you can see her. She's absolutely precious. We think she's a maybe Sheltie Papillon, maybe Chihuahua in there somewhere. She's a wonderful little dog. I have hot dogs in my hand, which is why she's so interested in what I'm doing. So anyway, that's that. Now what I want to do is then say off. Say off. And she's just following the treat. Off. Come on, off. Off. Yes. As soon as she jumps off, I click the clicker and I pair it with a treat. So the clicker is marking that behavior and saying, yep, that's exactly what I wanted. So at the very instant she does what I want, I click and I reward. So this is just the very basics, very beginning of positive reinforcement training. Okay, ready? And the only reason I started with the beat.
Hey Maggie fans. I wanted to, this isn't necessarily a formal training video, but wanted to talk a little bit about something you can do with your own dogs if you have begging dogs, and something that I'm doing with Maggie, and something I do with all the dogs that I train. I call this passive training. In other words, this is sort of, I'm not actively engaging much with Maggie, but this is a typical scenario in life where I'm sitting here and I'm eating. I have a sandwich. I have a few pieces of turkey. Right now, if she was begging, she was jumping up on me and asking for food, I would never give the food to her. So what I'm doing instead is I'm waiting until she's totally ignoring me, because Maggie does have a tendency to beg for food. And the fact is, she's really, really cute. So it's easy to, want to appease her, but it's not a good habit for her to have. And we don't want her to become overweight or unhealthy from eating lots of people food. She's going to be living in the hospice and interacting with several different people every day. And she's going to know which people are apt to feed her treats all the time and which ones aren't. And there's no problem with feeding your dog treats. You just want them to earn the treats so that you're actually rewarding them for good behavior. So right now Maggie's completely ignoring me. So I'm just gonna, oops, I meant to hand that to her, not have her eat it off the ground, because I also don't want her necessarily eating off the ground. But in other words, when she's staring at me, I'm not gonna give her anything. I'm just sitting here doing my own thing, eating my food. But when she's totally ignoring me and just laying there, being a good girl, in her downstay, she's just kind of watching cars go by. Yes, you're cute. Next. She's ignoring me. Boom, just gonna reach down, not saying anything, just feeding her a little bit of turkey. So just a quick lesson in rewarding behavior that you like, and not rewarding behavior that's undesirable. Also, some really loud motorcycles have gone by, so as those loud motors, engines rev by, I just reach down, feed her a little bit of turkey. So that also works to help her associate loud noises with something positive, and that just helps her, that along with just exposure itself. So being out, seeing people, hearing cars, exposure helps her to get used to the world and not be afraid of it. And so there you go. There's your lesson for today. Good girl, Max.
Okay, this is exciting. I don't know if we just did that on accident, but I'm just trying to see if I could get him to roll the ball to me. And I'm just trying to teach him the same way that I taught Betty, except without the clicker, because I'm not sure if he would much prefer the clicker, but I'm just using yes. So basically the way I taught this before was kind of shaping, right? So in one way shaping. In other words, I'm waiting for him to just sort of hit it with his nose. And then, treating him for any movement the ball makes in my general direction. Sorry, I'm breaking up the treats. Okay, so here's the ball. Ready? Pass it, Marvel. So see how when I do this, he kind of moves his head around and then he might accidentally hit it toward me. Pass it. Here, back up so they can see. Back up. Ready? Okay, ready? Pass it. Yes! So I'm going to go ahead and treat him for that because he hit the ball and it moved forward away from him. So the idea is to get him to pass it to me. But what I was also doing, Marvel, here, back up. Back up. Good boy. Sit. What I was also doing, down, is rolling it to myself like this. Boom. Oops. Like that. Boom. Oh, now you think it's a game where you hold on to it. But I was, Marvel, no. Okay, back up. Let's calm down. Back up. Because that was cool. Because you totally, like, watched me do it, and then he did it. Stay. Okay. Ready? Pass it. Pass it. Pass the ball. So what I was doing is going like that, passing it to myself, and treating him so that he looks at the motion of the ball. Pass it. Yes. Good boy. I'm saying yes as though he passed it to me. Pass it. Yes! Good boy! See, he's getting it. He's totally getting it. Watch. Pass it. Pass it. Remember? Come here. Okay. You do it. Pass it. Make the ball come this way. Yes, Marvel! You're a smart boy! Good boy! Here. Ready? Ready? Wait. Ready? Pass it. Like this. See? So I do it once. He watches. Whoop. Oh my goodness. And then, oh, swallow the treats. Good. Okay, ready? Pass it. Pass it. You got a hair in there, buddy? Okay, let's see. Good boy, Marvel! Oh my gosh. See, that blows my mind. That's kind of like the do as I do method. Good boy, Marvel. Good boy. He already knows the game. You ready? Pass it. Pass it. Pass me that ball. Pass that ball. Pass it, Marvel. Pass it. Ready? Pass it. Yes. Good boy. Just a little movement forward. Pass it. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. See, now that's not just shaping. He's not doing that on accident. Pass it. Oops. Pass it. Yes. Oh my gosh. You're watching history in the making right here. Ready? Pass it. Pass it. Pass me that ball. No. You gotta get to the ball and then to get to the treats. Good boy! Okay. Pass it. Give me that ball. Back up. Get the ball. Pass it. Pass it. Pass it. Pass me that ball. Yes! Oh my God, that was awesome. Good boy! Good boy! Henry, I hope you liked that. I hope you liked that. Now you and Marvel can practice. Oops. You and Marvel can practice playing ball together. What do you think, huh? Give that ball to Henry. Pass it to Henry. Pass it to Henry. Yes! Oh, that's a good boy. He's a good boy.